Boom, motherfucker. I'm not calling for 8675019 because I don't give a flying fuck. You know why I don't give a flying fuck? Because fuck it. It is sweltering here. We are in a sweaty sack. Okay, it is the witching hour. We are closing in on midnight on Saturday night here on a slug 'em down, sick 'em back Saturday. The redoubtable one, Tom is a highly questionable RJ Miliaccio just coming back from a guy's night up at the Kovach'S residence. Oh, the food was succulent. Succulent. The storytelling was epic. The laughter was knee-slapping and gut-wrenching, to say the least.
The brisket was beautiful.
That brisket was... Well,
the
brisket, brisket, you guys, I know. You've had good brisket. You know what we're talking about. This is...
Oh, yeah.
It just melts in your fucking...
We only smoked it for 9 hours.
It cooked
shit
fast.
Was tender as fuck.
It cooked fast, and yet the tenderness was there.
With a homemade slaw.
Yeah, the slaw and the sauce.
Homemade hot sauce.
Yeah, Brian Kovach'S. Shout out to our Pittsburgh Steeler, Brian Kovach'S tonight. He's got the 3-star award in the sack tonight. That motherfucker.
Brisket sandwiches, not to be outdone. He also did an appetizer of shrimp croquetas,
which was succulent as well. He thought those were going to survive.
He also
those fuckers weren't
steamed some
shrimp,
spiced shrimp.
Spiced shrimp. That didn't survive either.
And then I came over with the grapefruit bourbon smash.
Which, by the way,
did you like it?
Yes, I had like 5 of them.
Okay.
I kept begging you to make them.
I
was an annoying pain in the ass.
Well, they were a little annoying to make, but they were good. It was good. And it was good.
Loved them too.
I think it was good paired with the food.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't too sweet.
No.
It wasn't too bourbony.
But it was cool.
Right, exactly.
It was crisp. It had a little bite to it. A little bite.
Yeah.
It was good.
Muddle up a little grapefruit, throw a little mint in there, bourbon.
I thought all the buttons but that's what we do here in the sack. That's why the sack is the sack. And honestly, Brian said this, I love when a plan comes together. DJ gets the lime, the key lime pie, that nailed it, boom. I'm telling you, it was a glorious night here in the sack. Good to see those guys, Miss Creek, Miss DJ, good to see Eric, Chris, shout out, and Angel. Angel made it out tonight too, missed those guys. Someday they'll tune in and realize how lucky they are to know us. But until that day comes, we're going to start with segment 1. Bitch Fest.
Major Bitch Fest.
Major Bitch Fest tonight, boys and girls. Hey, if you're about to suck your thumb, come suck your thumb with us. Because honestly, the Mets and the Sox fucking didn't show up. And actually, the Mets were in the game, though. The Red Sox dropped. There was that little 6-run third inning might have drove you away. Saxton got fucking Plaxton. He got fucking plowed. Paxton, Fudge Pack is what he got. Fucking right in a fucking keister. 6-run third inning might have drove those loyal fans away. And then the Mets, who were in the goddamn game, fucking, what happened in that 7th? Was it the 7th inning?
It was the 8th inning.
The 8th. What the fuck?
Well, so no. So what
was it 2-1?
What you're referring to is the 9th inning. So the Mets, Kodai Senga pitched a great game. 6 innings, 9 strikeouts.
He did well.
Had a couple walks. The only thing he gave up was a solo shot to Mookie.
But he was in the game.
Yeah.
You're in the game. Yeah.
Against
that team?
Against the Dodgers lineup.
Yeah.
Mets really didn't do shit. Brandon Nimmo hit a solo home run. So it was 1-1 from the 4th inning.
So it was a Donnie.
It was a Donnie.
Until the 8th inning.
Until the 8th inning, you bring in Adam Ottavino.
Yeah.
And he's struggling. But he gets to a point where it's 1st and 3rd, 1 out.
Yeah.
A high bouncing ground ball right at Pete Alonso. I mean, the easiest double play for a first baseman. And he the throw sails on him.
Yeah.
So they can't turn the double play into run score. So they go up 2-1.
Yeah. So an unearned run, basically.
No,
it's past second. Yeah. What's the pass?
It wasn't unearned because you can't assume a double play. They got one out.
That's right. Yeah.
So they got one out, but the run from third scores.
Run did score. Yeah.
Okay, but then
so that's an earned run.
That's an earned run. Yeah. So then you go to the bottom of the 8th, and this is what the Mets season is the whole fucking year. The bottom of the 8th, Tommy Pham pinch hits for Vogelback. Okay?
Was that a good call?
That was a good call because lefty comes in.
Okay.
Pham should be starting, but I think his groin's a little fucked up.
Okay.
Anyway, they pinch hit Tommy Pham.
Yep.
Okay?
So you agree with that move?
Agree with that move.
Okay.
Puts together a great at-bat. I think he went down 0-2, and he ends up walking. Okay?
That's a huge win.
Yes.
You're down 0-2, yeah.
Then Francisco Alvarez comes up, the young catcher.
Yeah, who you like, yeah.
And he hits a ball so fucking hard in the gap, but it doesn't get to the wall.
Yeah.
Left fielder Chris Taylor does a great job, cuts the ball off. So now it's 1st and 3rd, nobody out.
Nobody out.
Nobody out.
Now here is where the Mets needed to deliver.
Exactly.
And what happened?
Mark Canha walks up to the plate. First pitch, pop up. Infield.
It's the worst fucking thing you could do.
Next,
the worst, even a double play scores a run, maybe.
Next guy comes up, it's Brett Beatty. Another one of their big prospects, right? Third baseman.
Yeah, I remember him, yeah.
And he gets blown the fuck away on 3 pitches.
No.
Boom, boom, boom. Fastball, fastball, fastball.
Right down the middle?
No, I mean, they just kept elevating on him. He shouldn't have swung at the last pitch, but at that point, he was overmatched.
He was flustered.
So he strikes out. Next guy,
So now you go from no one out to 2 outs.
And now the pressure's on.
And the ball hasn't left the infield.
And you have the worst hitter coming up, Luis Guillorme.
No pinch hit?
What?
No pinch hit?
No.
Should there have been?
They got nobody on the bench to pinch hit for him. Because
Mark Vientos... Your old mother, Hubbard, not even Vaughn's in the cupboard.
There's nothing in the goddamn cupboard. So, Mark Vientos isn't on the team, so he can't come off the bench. So Luis Guillorme, he too gets blown away. And now you go into the 9th inning down 2-1. Okay?
All right, now stop for 1 second. I want America to understand why this man is where he is at frustrating wise. Because given what we have seen from this team, this $380 million payroll, and this literally has been, it's like hitting the ending of a movie. It's the same fucking ending every time you hit it. And
every time they lose, it gets worse.
It gets worse.
It's the same type of just gut-wrenching.
So they come up, they get first and third with no one out.
Nobody out.
And after that, the ball doesn't leave the infield.
And only is made contact with once.
Once. I'm not even a Mets fan.
You could have scored a run on a double play.
I can imagine the anger in my head if that was the Red Sox. And that's what happened. Oh, my God.
It just seems to always happen. It finds them. They all squeeze the bat too tight in those big spots.
Their sphincters tighten up. I don't know. Listen.
It's pressure.
It's
big
pressure. They are
in New
not.
York.
The moment is too big for them right
pressure.
now. And look, maybe the best thing, because this is happening in New York, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the best thing for them is to get out on the road. There are times when it's better to be away from home and away from the media, especially in a town.
They're not good anywhere.
I'm not saying they're going to be. I'm trying to find something.
Don't waste your time searching for something with this team. Everything is there.
Because the thing is, I actually like this owner. I like his attitude.
You like who?
Your owner. I like his attitude. I like his approach. It seems to me as an outsider.
I like a lot of the guys on the team.
I think he cares. He generally cares about this team. He wants them to win. He's not one of these guys in there just for the buck. I think he really is invested in this team. And I feel bad for that guy. That's the guy you want. Like we have a guy like that.
For that fucking billionaire.
No, but he's doing what he's supposed to do.
He's fucking fine.
It's not his fault though.
Not
trying.
at all.
I'm saying he's trying. It's not him. It'd be because if the owner wasn't trying, that would drive you up a wall. If the guy wasn't, that would drive the Daniel Snyder. If he was that dude, and this was happening as well, that would drive you up a fucking wall. At least I'm not saying he's gonna die. I'm saying he's trying. He's doing everything he needs to do. It's not on him. So
Steve Cohen's done everything a fan would want.
Would want his owner to do.
And
so that's why I'm saying I feel bad. Yes, he's going to be fine, but I feel bad for him because he actually is listening to the fans and he's trying to win. He's trying to win.
He's not listening to the fans.
Well, he spend the money.
No, I'm talking about the fans would say fire Showalter, trade everybody. He's being a good owner.
You can't just do that right now. It's too much time.
I think you could fire Showalter.
All right, maybe him, but you can't just trade him. All right, maybe him. Because honestly, I'm sick of him.
Because you can't get rid of every player.
No.
You can make a statement and say, enough is enough.
The firing of the manager is the periodic. It's the shot across the bow.
Yeah. What else are you supposed to do?
It's the warning shot to the players, going, "Yeah, now you're in the now it's pointed at you."
No one's untouchable.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But when you fire the manager in the season,
right,
that's the warning shot across.
Untouchable.
Yeah, that's the warning shot across the bow. That's saying we're only firing him because we can't make 9 firings right now. But there's an offseason.
And here's what happens. Okay, so you go into the 9th inning. Now you're down 2-1.
Still in the game.
Right, still in the game.
Still in the game.
If you can hold them here, maybe, just maybe, the top of your order, which is coming up in the 9th,
could win it in the 9th.
Could do something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or tie it.
Oh, yeah. 1 run, you're in the game.
So instead of going to David Robertson, their closer, who hasn't pitched in 8 days, they go to this guy, Hartwig, who...
What's his ERA?
I don't even know. because he's only been with the team. He's been with the team less than a month. Let me find him.
So you're in the top of the ninth.
See, Hartwig's he's got a 225, so he's probably been pitching well.
All right, well, with 225, he's good. How many appearances?
He hasn't played much.
Well, how many appearances? He have?
I'm trying. I'm clicking on his name. I'm trying to get it to go there.
I mean, I don't know what the sample size is here, but 225 is 225. If it's 1 game or 3 games, okay, I get that.
He's been in 9 games.
That's not nothing. It's not a lot, but it's not enough. That's on the fence.
Yeah,
it's not nothing, but it's not enough. I get where you're coming from.
He hasn't pitched a lot. Yeah, okay, so maybe this is a second guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, because
I mean, 9's not a lot. It's not nothing though.
But he has had
like in that gray area.
He's probably had some pretty good outings lately.
Well, he had 9 appearances. He's got to have a few.
But
225.
So that's a second guessing. But then here's what happens. You know, he struggles. Gets to first and third. I can't remember if it was nobody out or 1 out. Mm-hmm. But he gets somebody to pop up straight up in the air down the third baseline. And Brett Beatty runs around. You would have thought he had just done... You ever done the relay race where you have to put your forehead on a baseball bat and go around in circles?
Get you all dizzy. Yeah.
And then you have to run?
If you can, yeah.
It looked like he had done that and then tried to catch a pop-up. Because that's what he did. He circled the umpire.
By the way, this is true.
He reached out. He fell down. The ball smacks off the ground and then smacks him in the face.
Hits him in the face.
And so it shoots away from him. Shoots away from him.
Under the chin. Hits him in the chin.
And then I think it might have been Mookie that scored from third.
It probably was.
You know.
Mookie Betts. He's always where you don't want him to be.
And then the floodgates opened.
The floodgates opened.
And he left him in. And it was just
what should have been a routine. What started out as a joke has turned into a disaster.
Right.
A routine pop-up turned into a game decided because that dickhead didn't know where he was and didn't. No, we saw it. We laughed at it. We felt bad for Tom. We're like, wow, that guy's playing himself into unemployment.
Yeah. So here it is. So Mookie singled Freddie Freeman. He struck Freddie Freeman out. So he had 1 out. Then he gives up a double to Will Smith. And Mookie doesn't score, so it's second and third.
Yeah.
And that's when Muncy hit the ball straight up. So if he gets that catch,
which he should have,
right? If he catches the pop up, now it's second and third, 2 outs, and you have a way out of this.
You have a way out. You can avoid major damage when you drop an infield fly, and then it bounces off.
Everybody's in shock.
Then it bounces off your face.
And you can see it all over their faces.
Yeah, they're just.
It's almost like every time this happens,
they feel like they're snake bit.
Right.
They feel like
and
they're doomed.
Even when Alonso had the error in the 8th inning on the double play, wasn't called an error.
Yeah.
But when he has the missed throw that makes them not able to turn a double play, it's just the little things. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden you're down 5-1.
Because of 2 things that could have been different. So, yeah, I totally understand his frustration. I've watched the Boston Celtics do that time and time again, where they ignore the little things and think their talent's going to overcome it, and then it doesn't. And they stand there with that stupid look on their face like, I don't understand. No, because you're stupid. Because you had a brain between your ears. You know this. This is why he's fucking lost his mind. I don't fucking blame him. Because shit like that shouldn't be happening to a team with this kind of talent on it. You know, I can understand them not playing like to their peak, but they shouldn't be this bad. And it's shit like this, which is, I call it JV level shit. Is that fair to say? Some of the stuff is JV level high school mistakes we're talking about here.
Well, you know,
are we there with this team right now? JV level shit.
Without a doubt.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I was talking about the Celtics, and now you're watching the baseball version of it. Because the Celtics were the most talented team in the NBA, and this is what the most. To tell you, this roster, you'd be hard pressed to find one top to bottom that's better than, including the pitcher on paper. And they're so underachieving right now. And it's the little things, to his point, and that's what drives you nuts. Because a team like this shouldn't get derailed by fundamental things that's fixable. That's the worst part about it. It's avoidable. That's why he's losing his fucking mind. I know, because I can relate. So this is where, now I said just don't get swept. Well, here we are. Okay. Who's pitching tomorrow for the Mets?
Max Scherzer.
And he's nervous about it.
No, I'm not nervous.
Oh, he should win. He should pitch a fucking shutout.
He won't.
No, he won't.
Every big game he's pitched for us.
Poop a doop doop doop.
Poop 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 a doop.
Poop a doop. That's Max Scherzer.
Braves. Padres.
That one too. Max Scherzer. So, yeah, that's where he's at. Totally understandable. Watched my basketball team do this all season long, and everybody thought I was off my rocker. And then they folded like a cheap fucking suit. So, oh my God, that's wretched.
Sorry.
That's the Mets. I know what the Mets are. Hey, come over here and smell. This is the Mets right now in a nutshell. Oh my, the nutshell probably was peeled and broke.
I have some of these, so I don't need them all.
I'm afraid. Anyway.
Yeah, it's sad.
And it's sad. And
they can't get out of their own way.
No.
So in a way, they have been pretty unlucky. Like, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong for them, and they compound
the fundamental things,
because they're not doing the little things. They compound it. But it's hard to tell what came first. Probably a little bit of both.
Well,
but once you get caught in this cycle where it seems like no matter what, something's going to happen, you start playing waiting for that thing to happen. That's what they look like out there.
Yeah.
They're waiting for something bad to happen.
Because it does.
And that's how we as fans watch the game too.
Yeah.
We watch the game thinking, here it comes.
Here it comes.
You know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that energy is shared. When you're in the stadium and the whole stadium's feeling that.
What's the Newton's law? Energy is neither lost nor gained. It is merely transferred. And when the team's feeling that, it transfers over to the fans or vice versa.
And when the fans are feeling it, they're just pushing it.
And
like, I couldn't imagine what it's like playing in Citi Field right now.
Oh, my God.
You go up there going, God, I just hope I don't get booed.
Feels like a morgue.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't feel that way. So I totally...
That sucks.
I watched this for 6 months with the Celtics, a supremely talented team that kept shooting itself in the foot and eventually cost them. And with them, it's just happened in the regular
But the
season.
difference is, like, the Celtics were first, second place all year.
Yeah, because of their talent.
But that's what I'm saying. It's different because the Mets are now 9 games out of the third.
In baseball, we have twice as many games. I mean, you do. You have twice as many games. 82 versus 160.
The Celtics were the best team in the league for most of the year. The Mets are arguably one of the worst.
The Mets have sucked right out of the game. Well, no.
No.
Second month is when they started. The first month they were 14-7. They weren't bad. Second month when it started to go downhill.
They actually looked decent. They were 3 games behind the Braves.
Yeah, 14-7. They look all right. Here we go.
Heading into June.
Weren't healthy completely yet. Like, all right.
It wasn't May. April and May.
Yeah.
At the end of May, they were 3 games back of the Braves.
Yeah, they weren't.
By the end of June, they were 18 back.
I would argue June was one of the, statistically speaking, worst months in Mets history.
in any team's history.
I mean, that
7
was,
and 19.
And how did they win 7? Because honestly, I mean, they looked like the Bad News Bears. That's really what I would equate them to. That's what it looked like. And that was the thing I couldn't wrap my head around because of the size of that payroll and the caliber of players that are on that roster. Don't get it. Don't get it. And I don't know where the crux of this issue is. The manager, to me, he's been aloof all season. Again, he doesn't have any bullets in the gun in certain aspects. I don't blame him to his point. But there are other things that he could do. Mm-hmm. My father always said to me, don't worry about the things you can't control. Focus on what you can control. And by the way, of course, that's easy to say, but it's hard to do. But as a coach, that you tell you is, don't worry about what you can't control. The other things you can't control, I get it. Just do what you can, and that means fundamentals. That means not overthrowing the guy to second baseline. That means when you got first and third with no, you got to at least get a sack, fly the outfield, and bring that tie and run
ground ball.
Across anything.
Have to make contact.
You got to make contact with the ball. Like fuck. I mean, and then to his point about not putting the closer in a 2-1 game. Yeah, the guy was 2-2. Okay, but 9 starts is not a big sample size, or 9 appearances, whatever the fuck it was.
You put him into one of the biggest spots of our season.
Yeah, you put the closer.
If we
in
get
there.
swept by the Dodgers, put a fucking fork in him.
You might be right on that.
I mean, you can argue, like, they need every goddamn game.
You can argue that it's mathematically not over, but in here,
it's over.
It's over. They get swept by the Dodgers, this team will fucking quit, I think.
The tents will come out.
The 10th, they will quit.
The pillows, the sleeping bags, the box
You
fans.
watch the size of the injury report if they get slept tomorrow, over the coming month. Guys will just start getting these weird injuries.
I don't think
they get out of the lineup.
The guys, the team is tough. They're just broken right now. I like the guys on the team.
So you don't think they'll quit then?
I don't think they'll quit.
Okay. I hope not.
So they haven't quit now. They're just lifeless. You can see it in their eyes. They're losing their passion.
Well, something's got to snap them out of this. Is firing the manager going to do it?
That's what I'm saying. Look, after talking through it, I don't fully blame this game on Buck.
No, it's not all him.
The ninth inning move is questionable, especially when you're thinking about the fact that it
Buck,
might be the most important game of the year.
You want to blame Buck for that, okay, but you can't blame Buck for first and third with no outs and these fucking guys don't get the ball.
Well,
that's not on Buck.
So after getting 1 hit last night, they get 3 hits tonight.
That's not Buck.
That's not Buck.
That's not him.
Not Buck.
No. Oh.
I was just, before I walked down here, I saw a video on Twitter of Lindor, Mets shortstop, on Mookie Betts' podcast. It must have been during the All-Star break. Mm-hmm. And Mookie said, you know, you play for a team, your owner came out and basically said, you know, at some point it's on the players. And he was like, how do you feel about that? Mookie asked him.
Yeah.
And he was like, I mean, he was completely professional. He kept it real. And he's right. Mm-hmm. He's like, they could put the perfect team together on paper. And if we don't execute,
doesn't matter.
We're not going to be a good team.
Doesn't matter.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I not like a player that is open? Like, he's not running from it.
No.
He's like, yeah, we're not playing good.
No. So he's not running from it. They know it.
Right. They all know it. It's just like, that's why it's tough watching them because they're all just out there waiting for it to go wrong.
It is hard.
Confidence is going.
It's hard when you lose your confidence.
Yeah.
And it's hard when and even guys around you are waiting for the inevitable,
right.
Like you. And that's a funk. It's hard you need somebody in that locker room that's going to just wake up, you know, and that's not easy to do either because that takes courage. Because the guy that's going to have to do that is probably also slumping. But nobody's
playing great.
Nobody's playing great. Somebody's got to get in the middle of that locker room and go, what the fuck? And just wake everybody up. Yeah. Hey, we're better than this. Let's stop waiting for the bad things to happen, and let's start going out and making good things happen. And again, it's like, and again, they got to. I'm sure that person
getting 25 guys to feel that too.
To feel that way is hard. This is why. Look, this is why I love Tom Brady so much, and he can't stand it.
Right.
45 guys. You know how hard it is to motivate? 26 guys is hard to motivate. 45.
I have no problem with you loving Tom Brady.
But this is why I love him. Because
I only hate the fact that
he did this.
You'll try to bring him into any conversation.
No, but I'm saying the Mets need a guy.
Mint chocolate chip, and that reminds me, Tom Brady.
What I was the point was, the Mets need to have a guy like that from a leadership perspective to wake the team up. And I hope he's on the roster. And maybe it's Buck that does it. Somebody's got to shake them out of this, mentally meaning.
I'm sure they've been trying.
Well, I'm saying maybe that. I don't know if that guy's in that locker room.
I don't know.
I hope he is. I don't know. For your sake, I hope he is. But
the problem is, like, when you look up and down the lineup, nobody's having a career year. Nobody's having a year probably where they feel like they can step out in front of the
That's the other issue. Maybe they're afraid because they're not performing.
They're like, well, fuck, I'm part of this problem.
Yep.
Because if you come out and say that,
this is the thing.
You better not be the guy that drops the pop-up the next game.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm wondering, this is a fair question.
I'm
wondering if they're afraid, anyone that might think of it going, what if I fuck up the next, what if it's me?
I struck out with the bases loaded last night. What am I supposed to say?
But this could be part of the problem. And then, by the way, it's fair. I get it. I'm not knocking them.
You got to let the ego go.
And again, we're sitting here at armchair quarterbacks, but it's hard to be in a locker room like that. It's hard, much harder. It's easier to say than to do. Okay, so the Mets got someone in that locker room, and let's be clear here. It's got to be a player. If we're going to do this, it's got to be a player. Somebody in that lineup, somebody in that bullpen, somebody has got to find the words that get these guys to just snap out of it.
You know who I think the only person that could do it is?
Who?
Francisco Alvarez.
Why?
The 21-year-old.
Why?
Because when I watch him play, he wants it more than anybody on the team. I can see it. You can see it. Every time, if he hits a home run, he's fucking looking at the dugout like, let's fucking go. And he's the guy they said couldn't play defense. He's got one of the best framing rates in baseball. He throws guys out on the base pass. He's
a rookie.
He's 21 years old. He's fucking amazing.
What? I'm gonna say maybe it is him.
But here's the thing. I think the culture is to not allow shit like that.
Well, this is where Buck. This is where Buck gets into the fault here.
And I think it's trickled down. And I think there's a culture of like, you're a rookie.
Yeah, you don't say
know
nothing.
your fucking place.
Yeah, you don't say nothing.
But I think he's the only one with the passion to get that many people
to deliver
like,
that
let's fucking
that
go.
speech.
Right.
You know that speech, right?
Yeah.
That speech, and you see it in movies when they have that speech. Especially, it's always in a sports movie. There's that speech, right? So,
but it doesn't have to be fucking, you know.
It could be something as simple as, look, we are too damn good to let this keep happening. We need to snap out of this. Just for every one of us individually, just focus on what we need to do individually. Don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about it. Just what can I control? We as a team need to do that individually. If we do that, good things are going to happen.
I just thought about something else.
What?
I wonder how many times somebody's done it already.
I don't think it's happened.
No, but imagine this. Imagine it's already happened twice. Then what do you do?
I don't think that's happened at all.
No, but imagine that somebody gets the fucking courage, stands up in front of the team and says, what the fuck are we doing? You know, and delivers that kind of speech. Everybody gets rallied. They go on they win a couple of games, and then boom, another, let's drop 3 out of 4. Let's drop, 7 out of 10. Maybe it's already happened a couple of times.
The Dodgers are a good team. They came in rolling. It was a bad time to catch them, quite honestly. I don't care who you are. The Mets had won 6 out of 8, but they lost, at his point, lost 2 going into the break. I don't know if this was the best time to catch this team. But that being said, 1 hit last night, unacceptable.
3 hits tonight.
3 hits tonight at home, unacceptable. I don't care if it's fucking Pedro, if it's fucking Randy Johnson. I get fucking, you give me any pitcher in his prime. Fucking 4 hits in 2 games at home. With the talent on that team, no.
And then a misplay on a double play ball, tailor-made double play ball, and then a drop pop up in the 9th inning. You cannot beat the Dodgers
doing that
and play like that.
You can't beat most teams doing that. Forget beating the Dodgers.
You can't beat the fucking Royals if you play like that.
No. You give the Dodgers that room, they'll fucking kill you.
Man, that's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame. So,
do you have any Pepsis?
Of course I do.
Man.
Of course I do. So, switching over to Boston real quick. Look, the Red Sox have been on a tear. I mean, so
yeah, let's look at their.
I'm not gonna panic over one, dumpster fire. They didn't pitch well tonight. The starter got to the 3rd inning. He was actually coming in hot, and then 6 runs in the 3rd inning. That's hard to overcome. Okay, so.
Those innings are such backbreakers because when you look back at the game, you go, if you could have held it to 2 runs,
2
we
or
would have
3,
won.
you might have had a shot.
But you gave up the farm.
A touchdown.
My God.
A touchdown.
I mean, you let him run it in.
Oh, my God. From the 30. With no blockers.
Astros Angels is 12-10 right now in the bottom of the 9th.
Who's ahead?
The Astros.
Fuck.
But the Angels have 2 men on, nobody out. You want me to turn it on?
What you want, yeah. The Red Sox need something good to happen tonight.
No, but you know what I think is good for you? You're watching this dumpster fuck of a team called the New York Mets, and I think it's helping you appreciate what Boston is doing this year.
Look, I've always appreciated Alex Cora. I'm just surprised that with this lineup he's doing this.
It's final.
Even he, as good as he is.
It's already final, sorry.
Yeah, they lost. But that's when you.
Oh no, I was talking about this game.
The thing is, Alex Cora has been magnificent.
Without a doubt.
In that division, I mean, you don't have an ace. You don't have an ace. Okay.
You got rid of a star shortstop.
Yeah, you get rid of a star shortstop. 2 years after getting rid of the best leadoff hitter in baseball. JD Martinez, who no one is talking about, you let him walk, he makes the fucking all-star team in the National League. He's
got 23 bombs.
I know. It's disgusting. That was a dumb just another dumb fucking move. But again, where they are, it's hard for me to complain, even what happened tonight. We'll see if they win. If all the Red Sox have to do is win 2 out of 3, most of the rest, and they'll have a shot at this thing. So if they win tomorrow, they win the series. They already got one game. So I'm not going to panic or go crazy yet. Where he is right now, and where I get where he is right now, because I'd probably be in the same spot. Because at this point, he's probably numb, and you don't even know what to say anymore. Because I think he's 100% right. They're waiting for the inevitable to happen. And I don't know how you get a whole team out of that funk.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
I just hope the young guys don't get ruined.
I don't think the manager is helping.
Oh.
But
Wild pitch, second and third. 12-11, no outs. Angels are up.
talk about a Donnie. There was a Donnie in the Brook out in Anaheim.
That is not a baseball score.
Nope. Oh, my God. Did he strike out?
Swung at a ball up at his neck.
Wow, he got lucky. Oh, there's the breeze. There it is. Ah, there it is.
Oh, that feels good.
That's wonderful. So just so you know, Houston, who the Red Sox need to lose, are ahead 12-11 on Anaheim. Anaheim has second and third, no outs.
No outs.
And a run is across. It's 12-11 in the bottom of the ninth. Trying to get a walk-off here to at least salvage.
Angels loaded the bases with no outs.
Yeah, at least something happens tonight positive for the Red Sox, hopefully. So we're watching that right now on the left coast.
I always love when you can turn something on late.
Oh, it's great.
That's at the end.
It's one of the perks of the East Coast.
And baseball's good at the end.
Huh.
Uh-oh. Oh, ground ball. Right to the second baseman, no run scored. That's a Met type at
The
bat.
worst fucking thing you could have done.
That's a Met at bat.
Let me hit it right at the second base, so the guy can't score from third, and I'm toast at the plate.
Is that Mike Moustakas? Is he on the Angels now?
Oh. Anyway, we'll take a quick break. We'll do a short segment too. We are 24 hours from training camp. We're
SEG1.
gonna look. We'll take a peek. We'll find Yoda and Betty. We'll see you guys on the other side, and we'll update you on this score.
Oh,
Okay?
Angels just won.
And the Angels.
Oh, no, you didn't score from
The Angels just tied it. We'll see you on the other side.
How do you not score from
We could be
second?
in extra innings. Who knows?